An aircraft catapult is a device used to help fixed-wing aircraft gain enough airspeed and lift for takeoff from a limited distance, typically from the deck of a ship. They are usually used on aircraft carrier flight decks as a form of assisted takeoff. When World War II broke out in 1939, most of the first-line carriers were equipped with flush-deck catapults. War meant that airplane weights would increase because of armor and armament. With higher weights, the planes needed longer takeoff runs. At the same time, plane complements were going up, reducing the deck area available for takeoffs. Under these circumstances, catapult launchings became more common. By the end of the war, CVs launched their planes by catapult 40% of the time, CVLs 70% of the time, and the Jeep escort carriers made their launches this way at all times. Another advantage in using the catapult was that almost the entire deck could be filled with airplanes waiting their turn for launching, minimizing the delay as planes were brought up from the hangar deck one by one. The American Navy had seen catapults turn many a trick during the war. By the end of the war, catapult launchings had become more common, and the fast carriers reported that over 40% of their takeoffs were by catapult. USS Halford, DD-480, a Fletcher Class destroyer. Halford was one of the 3 Fletcher Class destroyers to be completed, out of 6 planned, with a catapult for a float plane, the others being Pringle and Stevens. In 1943, when the struggle in Pacific was raging, the Pacific Fleet prepared for its mighty sweep across Micronesia. In an effort to strengthen the seeing eyes of the fleet, Halford was constructed with a cruiser catapult and scout observation plane. I got used to airstrike bomb when I played with Dutch destroyers and cruisers, but this was the first time I played with dive bomber on a destroyer. I can say that it was very enjoyable, because you don't have to beg for help from the CV ship by sending the planes where you want to spot. I know not everyone will be in the same movie, but it's a good innovation for destroyers in Blitz to be an independent and strong DD. I've never had such a hard time choosing an elite ship bonus. I still haven't decided whether to go with dive bomber or torpedo, but for this content, I went with advanced dive bomber. My goal was to create an absolute fire with them, rather than damage, and turn the rest into permafire with main guns, and wanted a combo damage by flooding with torpedoes. But of course it can also be done with torpedo choice. You can find some footages in this content as an example for that. Halford is a Fletcher Class destroyer, so let's first compare it to the techline Fletcher. Halford is about 2 knots faster. Fletchers perform slowly as a destroyer in the game. A faster Fletcher is very advantageous. Maneuvering abilities are more or less the same. Apart from the slight lack of range, the main guns are much improved, with a much better reload time and damage, a better set fire chance for HE shells. Gunboat feature has been increased, and torpedoes have been reduced by 5. Carrier group is already a new feature on a destroyer. And all this is complemented by a very good surface detection. Even if we don't count Halford's planes, he comes across as a more capable and better Fletcher. Why is it better than techline Fletcher? 2 sonars, higher speed, better main guns, better fire chance and better reload. Yes, torpedoes sacrificed in return. This is also true for Cossack, Eskimo and Vampire 2. Now let's compare it with the Black Fletcher, a very good Tier 9 destroyer. Black Fletcher has 2 torpedo reload abilities that can deal incredible damage. An ability that increases instant damage abnormally. The level 3 anti-aircraft gun on the Black Fletcher is useless. I think the level 1 sonar in Halford is valuable. But again, the difference is speed, reload, damage, and fire chance on main guns. All Fletcher's torpedoes are not the fastest, and also the range is not long, so you have to engage in close engagements to get damage from all torpedoes. To summarize, we still may consider Black Fletcher as the flagship of the Fletcher class because it is more conventional. Especially this is valid when you have Commander Arleigh Burke on the Black Fletcher. Let's take a look at the damage and stats of Halford's dive bombers. We have a pretty good setting fire. I use the Tier 9 battle carrier Delaware for this comparison. Other than that, the two ships have nothing in common. William Sims as commander seems to be the best choice for this destroyer. Commander Arleigh Burke is invaluable for the Black Fletcher, but I don't find it suitable for the Halford because the ship has no torpedo reload. Here, I wanted to show you Halford's potential and abilities with a few quick games. I didn't wait for the best games to make it quick. Let's start with a match in Tier 10.
Having is not so pleasing, after all, as wanting. They are testing our patience. We'll comply with the given instructions. Enemy force sighted on the horizon. Engine boost activated. Successfully inflicted damage on the target. Penetration of the target's armor has been confirmed. Breached the armor. Engine boost activated. We managed to get a clear shot. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert. Engine boost activated. Projectile has effectively breached the armor. Penetration of the target's armor has been confirmed. Enemy force sighted on the horizon. The projectile has effectively breached the armor. We managed to get a clear shot. The projectile has effectively breached the armor. We successfully inflicted damage on the target. Penetration of the target's armor has been confirmed. Having is not so pleasing after all, as wanting. Enemy force detected. Penetration of the target's armor has been confirmed. The projectile has effectively breached the armor. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert. We successfully inflicted damage on the target. Alert! There is an indication of combustion. We managed to get a clear shot. Penetration of the target's armor has been confirmed. We successfully inflicted damage on the target. We managed to get a clear shot. The projectile has effectively breached the armor. We managed to get a clear shot. Penetration of the target's armor has been confirmed. We successfully inflicted damage on the target. Enemy force sighted on the horizon. The projectile has effectively breached the armor. Penetration of the target's armor has been confirmed. The successful resolution of this confrontation appears imminent.